Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2. This episode we're starting throwing a ball. We're actually out in this place. Creepy ruins full of little faces that kind of talk to you. It reminds me of, what was that stupid show as a kid? Legends of the Hidden Temple, Olmec. Olmec, of course, is of Mayan tradition. Oh, these little faces remind me of Olmec. No, they don't have you raid a little temple. Although it'd be kind of fun to like have like a game like that where it's like you have to like randomize through this dungeon and there's like guards and stuff that kind of kidnap you and a little creepy. That was kind of a scary kid show. Anyway, spirits of the forest await. Check your possessions and spells. Once you're prepared for what may come, click one of the stone heads to speak to the gods. Um, yeah, we're speaking to the gods, I guess. I've already checked my possessions. They own. They own. I mean, look at this stuff. This is dank. 33 damage. Thank you, Swashbuckler's bonuses. Scales really well with Whirlwind. All right, we'll talk to the gods. Because it doesn't start creepy enough, the eyes start lighting on fire while this thing talks to you in like a poem. Yeah. Everyone wants to be Volo. The storm approaches. We speak no more. Creepy. I will be attacked by the first of the Council of Five, or whatever they're called. The five strongest ball spawn. I kind of named them last episode, and it took me a while to remember the dragon. The five, in no particular order. The first one I'm going to be attacked by is Ilsara, something like that. She's a pushover. I'll explain why in a second. The other ones I will kill. A fire giant, Yagashura, I believe his name is. And then the other three are Balthazar the monk. He will be the last to die, followed by Sendai, a drow. Like I said, I think it's a drow cleric. I'm not really sure about her class. And finally, another ball spawn that will attack me is, or I'm sorry, I will attack it, is that dragon I said. Um, this first one, before I can unpause it and buff up. This first one's kind of a joke. I was doing some reading about this one a while back. This ball spawn was actually supposed to be way harder. It was actually nerfed by the developers. The developers were worried that a first-time player is going to start this fight off, and they're really not going to know what to do. And that is fair. You may not know D&D mechanics. You're given a bunch of junk at the beginning. If you're actually starting off a new character, like let's say you're just an average player and you want to play a wild mage, and at the time that was the new class. Everyone wanted to do wild mage. You're kind of given all this stuff, and this first fight is not supposed to swamp you, and I think that is fair. But this is a ball spawn. I feel like this fight should have been way harder. And in point B is literally you're a first-time player. Why are you starting off with the final plot of the game? Why not just play Baldur's Gate 1 and get owned by a bear like everyone else did? Or the Wolf of Candlekeep, you name it. The Ogre. I really feel like while what they did is kind of a good idea, they probably shouldn't have catered to new players. They should have kept the lore a little consistent. Because after all, you're fighting a ball spawn. 2 traps should do it, by the way. I'll shut up now and keep playing. Just my ranting aside. She is actually the only easy hiccup of the game. The rest of the game is actually kind of hard. Even like random orc fights and throwing a ball are actually kind of tough. You might have seen me rant about how great armor class is. Yes, it is. It becomes irrelevant, especially at a couple points in throwing a ball. Especially when I fight that blue dragon whose human form is a Kensai. He will cut through negative 26 AC like butter. I've done it. Another thing that bugs me is like her portrait just it feels like this is like almost like a fan made thing. It's almost like my portrait seems more canon to the series than her portrait does. Hers just seems like a weird like artist rendition of what a Baldur's Gate portrait should look like. Anyway, Sarah's an easy fight. Did I say it was easy? Yeah, it's easy. Really quick, her drops. Pretty basic stuff. Ring of Protection +1, Dagger +2, Boots of Speed, which I will loot just because I'm gonna kick myself if you let Boots of Speed go to waste. Is that different than? Okay, I guess the item just was renamed. I was like, is this different in any way? I don't think it is. I'll drop it in my bag. Wow, I'm making the worst clicks. Ilsera, she's kind of Ilsera, whatever you want to pronounce it as. She's an easy fight. She's basically I believe her class is a thief mage. She fights like a fighter mage, but not really that strong. Hello, is this gonna teleport me out? There we go. You get knocked unconscious and you wake up in the pocket plane. It's just a pocket in my pants. I'm sorry, I'm not that excited. Yeah. What's gonna happen? Thank you, Solar. Hell's Pocket, achievement unlocked. Saravok! Didn't I kill you the last time in Hell? You did indeed. Yes, I did. Although technically you killed me once before that, huh? I'm in my father's abyssal realm. If you don't question Saravok, I'm going to explain this. I'm not going to get Saravok in my party. Saravok will join your party. If you actually just kind of trust him blindly, without like questioning his ulterior motives or why he wants to come back to the living, you actually have the opportunity to actually make normally chaotic evil Saravok into, I believe, chaotic neutral. Really, no big deal with the plot and the lore. Saravok's still kind of a pompous dick, but if you want Saravok in your party and you don't want to have an evil party member, you actually have the opportunity to turn him into a neutral. I believe Viconia, if you romance her, she has a similar outcome where she will actually switch to lawful neutral, I believe. In other words, basically, two of these evil companions actually have the opportunity to almost redeem themselves and kind of set aside their evil ways. Saravok is probably, and when I say probably, he is the strongest NPC in the game. And he should be. I mean, he was kind of the villain of Baldur's Gate 1, and you see him in Baldur's Gate 2 antagonizing you. Off the top of my head, whoever rolled Saravok rolled a 95. He has the opportunity to dual class into either a thief or a mage, should you choose to. Yes, Saravok can become a mage. He is that OP. Obviously, thief is a better choice should you choose to dual class him. If you just want to keep him pure class, that's fine. Is a fighter. He's just a pure class fighter, but he'll hit like a train, and he has an on-chance proc where he's going to randomly do 200 damage. The Deathbringer Assault. This is due to his upbringing, his training, where basically he was taught the abilities of the Cult of Baal. And Saravok obviously knew this growing up as a kid. His foster father, Realtar of the Iron Throne, he kind of showed Saravok the ways in a sense. I'll shut up now. I'm going to continue on. Is there no other way of restoring you? Yeah. So I've cheated death. Thank you, dear brother. No gift could please me more. I really like Saravok. Unfortunately, my biggest gripe, and I'm sure like everyone who played this game had the same gripe, he doesn't have that same cool character model with his armor. That whole spiked armor with the horned helmet. Apparently that decayed with him and when he died. But I really feel like that whole like character model should have scaled with him. If you actually have Saravok's sword, by the way, which you'd get at the beginning of Chateau Arenikis, it doesn't have the same effect with Saravok. Unfortunately, he just doesn't get any stronger. I really feel like there should have been some lore behind that. Like if you carry that sword with him, he has like some added bonus where it counts as almost like a Karsamir with him, where he would just randomly just behead everything. But he doesn't. This pocket plane is full of trials, and that little imp with the little glowy thing under him, that's Sespinar. Sespinar is kind of like he's like a cuter version of Cromwell from Baldur's Gate 2, and that he'll upgrade gear. What do you say about Zerg? Oh. And then what will happen? Fine, I've heard enough. Take me with you. No, I'm not going to take you. Forget it. You're not my brother. Are you your brother's keeper? Ooh, shiny ones! Let's talk to Sespinar. Do I have any shiny ones? I don't think I do. Oh. +2 bolts. Crossbows be sucky. I beg to differ, but to each his own, Sespinar. I think my crossbow has served me very well, my mighty boomstick. Anyway, he upgraded it to a Quiver Case of Plenty +2, unlimited +2 bolts. Still technically a little bit inferior to just the raw damage. I've said this before, if the enemy can be hit by +2 bolts, using the Firetooth with the case is better, but if it can't be, if you need +4, you actually need to change your crossbow setting to just fire the basic unarmed arrows or missiles, whatever you have it. Those bosses are far rare. This first challenge is one I will do before I end the episode, because I've been kind of ranting for a while. There's a lot to talk about. Throwing a Ball is a good expansion. This first challenge is dependent on your alignment. I'm curious. I changed my alignment in Hell. If you're a good alignment, you basically fight a bunch of the bad guys that you were supposed to always fight. Meaning you're going to fight Saravok, Bodhi, John Arenicus, and a bunch of like assassins and stuff like that. If you are in an evil alignment, you fight things that hypothetically you should have fought as an evil person. Meaning you'll fight Duke Elton, Elasim, all sorts of good characters that the plot almost kind of twists your arm into siding with regardless of your alignment. I kind of like this in a way, because if you're in evil alignment, I mean, you should be fighting Elasim. You're selfish. Duke Elton, he's got a lot of stuff. Is that +3 sword you get from the sewers back in underneath the slaver compound in Shadows of Am says, go kill a rich man. It suggests if you want money, go kill a rich man. Hack and slash your way to fortune. Always like that line. That sword is annoying, but the question is, what am I going to fight here? Will I've really, generally speaking, always do the good rewards. And I was a good character. Will I fight the evil bosses, or will I fight good rewards? I don't know if I'll be able to drop that trip. I think I saved at least. I'll fight the evil things, I think. You're one of us. Gavid is a ball spawn, but he was one who never really accepted his gift. He was just some farmer nobody who obviously loved Hot Pockets. I do too. Anyway, he just stayed here on this farming village until he was murdered. Alright, I'm actually gonna summon my... Oh, I didn't rest. Uh-oh. Not good. Explains why I didn't have my time to trap up. I probably should have put the bigger snare up. Alright, this fight is kind of tricky. Yeah, I'm gonna fight the evil reward thing. Meaning, a ton of monsters are gonna kind of come your way. Ooh, I'm fighting them with bolts. Let's fight them with weapons. This is one of the few instances where it actually kind of helps to have that +1 or less immunity, by the way. Obviously, these random commoners, they're not coming with Karsimirs at me. They're coming with your generic weapons. And I'm taking quite a bit of damage. Now, worst case scenario is I do need to run back. I'll just probably use my wand. Kind of hoped I had my simulacrum up, but... these monsters are going to scale up a little bit. So now I'm going to be fighting Elven Warriors, obviously part of Elasim's quest. This part gets a little tough. I'm not going to Whirlwind yet. Actually, let's run back and... Ow. I said this part's a little tough. +1 or less immunity would have actually helped me with this, but I think in the long run, +2 con, although slightly irrelevant, might have helped me a little bit. Really wish I had my simulacrum up so I could be hasting myself. I could waste a haste scroll. Alright, I'm going to try to drop a trap. No, I can't. Knight of the Order. Another series of fights you do is the Knights of the Radiant Heart. They're less dangerous than the elves. I'm going to choke on that once they all get a nice little lucky string of crits on me. It seems I can only be hit unless crit at this point, which is nice. Shouldn't some of the mini-bosses pop up, like Elysim, Duke Elton? I don't know. This part, like I said, is a little actually kind of tough. Even with the full party, you kind of have to be careful that your mage doesn't get chunked by these, etc. Hang on, let me take a drink while this is happening. Oh, that's nice. Oh, they all come at once. So let's see them. Aaron Linvale, the Shadow Thief Master. Elysim, the hottest elf babe on the planet. And Duke Elton. Who do I want to focus first? Probably Elysim. She might be the squishiest. This guy, I think, does a lot of invisibility shenanigans. Her class is a cleric, so yeah. Logic dictates focus the cleric. Oh, she went down like a truck. Oh, interesting. He uses Wand of Monster Summoning. By all that's holy. Yeah, watch me slowly kill your companion, you idiot. Alright, I could drop a trap. Let's drop a trap. Ooh, he bypasses the monster summoning limit, you hacker. Where are you? Warriors. Come out and play, yay. You know, I have a coworker who's really into like 80s movies and has never seen The Warriors. Very sad. Why is it no effect? I didn't kill him, did I? It happened a little fast. It's hilarious that he spams that Wand of Monster Summon. At least it's not something cheap like Paralyzation, where he's just kind of relying on a nice saving throw. I think I killed him. Yep, I killed him. Alright, so I survived that encounter. I only needed to use my Rod of Resurrection once. You survived Retribution. I didn't. But then you know how to kill a lot better than I did. Yes, I do. I'm good at killing. Strange thing is, longer you survive, the more blood you have on your hands. And there's never an end to the Retribution. Or is there? This place turns from a creepy landscape to an even creepier landscape. I believe it turns into like a forest if you do the good option, by the way. Special ability, Pocket Plane. No, that's not a pocket in my pants. I'm just happy to see you. I know I just did that joke twice, but it's always kind of funny. I almost did That's What She Said joke a couple days ago. Before I end this episode, I'm just going to explain this stupidly awkward story. I was in line at the package store. I was buying a couple brews, and the person behind the counter, I bought a discounted bottle of vodka. It was a good price. It was like $8. He accidentally typed an extra zero into the computer, meaning it was an $80 bottle. And he basically just looked at me and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I have very powerful fingers," or I forgot how he phrased it. And I had a very, very attractive older woman in line behind me, and I kind of just did the Michael Scott. That's what she said. She laughed. It was really awkward though. Um, but yeah, she yeah it was. She kind of looked like Dennis's mom from Sunny in Philadelphia a little bit. Just kind of like that really older but still somehow attractive look on her, sophisticated. Okay, well that was awkward enough. I'm sorry to my viewership. Um, this is a good ending point, and I'm gonna probably like do the Dr. Seuss ostrich head in the whole thing here, but I don't regret anything I said, even though it was awkward as usual. This has been Sam X on part 42, I believe, of Let's Play Baldur's Gate. In the next episode, I will be doing even more socially awkward commentary. I'll see you guys then.